Hey guys, welcome back to Lucore Automotive Services. Today I'm working on, I'm working on a car again because we just recently put new struts in the front of this car and the customer took it. It was fine, and then like a week later she's like, man, there's this popping noise in the front end of my car when I'm turning left or right. And we're like, well, bring it in, let's take a look at it and see what's going on. Maybe we got a bad part, maybe we did something wrong, who knows, everybody makes mistakes. So bring it in, let us take a look at it. So she brought it in. I drove it around, I didn't hear a thing. I'm like, I'm not hearing anything. So I put it up in the rack, checked it over, didn't find anything. Put it back down on the ground, drove it out. Sure enough, noise, pop, 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 pop. Anytime I turn the wheel back and forth, it's popping from side to side, definitely from the driver's front. Now we had just put brand new struts in this, so I'm gonna pull a brand new strut back out of this left front, and we're gonna take it apart, and we're gonna see if we can fix it. If not, we'll replace it, because that's what you do. So one of the reasons you pay people to install parts on your cars is because sometimes you get bad parts and then you have to do it a second time. Sometimes you even have to do it a third time. And that can be really frustrating when you're trying to, do something. So, a lot of people have their cars serviced by other people because they either don't know how to do the work, they have better things to do with their time, or they just, they don't want to hassle with it. They want to drop off their keys, call me when the car's done. Yes, sir, we will give you a call. Go enjoy your day. Sometimes we have bad parts, and it's a kick in production, but it is what it is. So I'm going to pop this thing out here. I've already got it loose. We'll put it up on our Brannick strut compressor, and we will pull the strut bearing out, and we will see if it's dry. If it's dry, we will lubricate it. If it's not dry, we're probably just going to put a strut in it, but we'll see what happens. Let's see if I can get this out of here without killing myself. Ta-da! Brand new. Highly compressed spring. Attention. Refrain from removing nut. Injury or fatality can result. You gotta love working on cars. I'm gonna stick my fingers in there where I shouldn't. And it feels alright. It's weird that it would be sticky. It's sticky. Now let's take it apart, see what we can do. The old adjust-o-matic wrench. Oh. Come on. Oh, they didn't get it coming loose. Well, that's a problem. It sure does look to have grease in it. Grab a screwdriver, we'll pop it apart. It doesn't work right, so jab it with a sharp, pointy thing. Well, it's definitely got grease in there. Weird. Well, I'm either going to make it better or I'm going to make it worse. So it definitely has grease on it. It's just like a... It's not really a bearing, it's like a metal ring. I'm going to pack a bunch of grease on it. See what happens, see if the noise goes away. Never seen one like that before. All the ones I've ever done have always been little needle bearings. Whatever. Sometimes you just got to take stuff apart and figure out how it works. So I'm going to put a bunch of grease on those ball bearings. It's already got a bunch of grease on those ball bearings. So we will probably end up putting a new strut in this. But I'm going to put a bunch of grease on them and put it back together, and then we'll drive it and see if the problem persists. If it continues to have binding during steering, we will pull the strut out, replace it as a unit, which is probably what I should have done in the first place instead of fiddle farting around with it. But hey, you gotta have some fun doing stuff and figuring out how it works. So I'll put some more lube on there, because more lube is better. And then we'll put it back together. We used to do this at GM in the early 90s. My voice is wrecked, by the way. Me and everyone else in Ohio is sick, so. But yeah, back in the 90s on the W body cars, the Pontiac Grand Prix, the Oldsmobile Cutlass Supremes, the Monte Carlo. What else shared that platform? I don't know, I can't remember. But those W body cars all had a sticking situation just like this back then, and we were changing so many of them at the dealer that the engineers told us to pull the turn bearings out, lubricate them, put them back in, and send them down the line. That's how many of them we were having problems with at the dealer. Good times. All right, well. Let's put you back together. This thing's garbage. Let's get another one. So when it has pressure on it, I can actually feel it binding. So even though I greased it up, it's I greased up this bearing, it's still binding pretty bad. So I'm just gonna not waste any more time and swap it out for a new strut in the morning. The fellows from the parts store will bring one in the morning, hopefully around 9-ish. I'll do a couple other things in the morning until that part gets here. I can get this thing out of here. I have a Honda to put half shafts in because it broke one, which is a common thing here in Ohio, where they have little vibration dampeners on the half shafts, and the brine water gets in there and then they get weak, and then you're driving down the road and you shift transmission and it go pow, and your transmission, it sounds like your transmission just blew up. But it's just a half shaft. So that's all on our schedule for tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe, leave us a comment below. Brand new parts. Not working right. That's the world we live in. I'm going to wash up and go home. You guys have a great day.